Alright, everybody, let's get ready to dive into the song Hope, where we'll tackle some wild combinations and cutout words that make understanding native speakers a real challenge. But don't you worry, okay? I'm here to break it down for you and help you improve your pronunciation game big time. I guarantee that. You are going to love this one very much. Let's get it started.
I'm on my way, I'm coming.
Good. Hope. I'm on my way, I'm coming. There's a lot of things here I want to talk about right now, but I do want your attention, please. I want you to be 100% focused on what exactly I'm talking about if you really want to get closer to the way of talking naturally, okay? So, I'm on my way, I'm coming. What's really important here is for you to understand that the word coming is playing a very big role here. What you need to do here is to drop that G in coming, okay? Don't say coming, say coming, drop that G very simply. And another important thing here is the letter I. The letter I here is totally in an unstressed position. And when it is in an unstressed position, the letter I mean, you can very simply change it into a schwa and make that sound, okay? Because schwa is one of the most prominent, sounds in English, and we'll be talking about in future videos and stuff. But here I want you to just make sure that you change it into a schwa, and instead of saying coming, say coming, coming, coming. So let's listen to that again.
I'm on my way, I'm coming.
I'm coming. Okay, so that's the first rule we talked about. So, but what is the meaning of this when you say to somebody, I'm on my way, coming? It is just a laid back way of saying you're already heading somewhere, making progress, and we'll get there soon. And it is like giving a heads up to your friends that you are on the move and they can expect you shortly, okay? And now, before talking about the next thing, I need to tell you something about the American T. And that is, when T is at the end of a word, it's always held. Just like this one. Listen to this.
Don't.
So you see that, guys? Don't instead of don't. Why? Because we have T at the end of the word and we try not to pop that. Okay, it's always held because it's at the end of the word right now. So very simply, instead of saying don't, we say don't. So we hold that T. And now, before moving on to the next, I would like to talk a little about TH in English. The sound of TH combination seems to exist only in English, Greek, and Spanish. So there are two types. We've got voiced and unvoiced TH. The voiced TH is like a D, but instead of being in the back of the teeth, it's a little lower and forward between the teeth. The unvoiced TH is like an S between the teeth. But there is a sizable majority of people who tend to replace the unvoiced TH with S or T and the voiced with Z or D. So instead of just saying thing, they say sing or ting. And instead of saying that, they say that or that. Totally wrong. But if you want to be able to pronounce TH correctly, I just want you to think of a snake's tongue. You already know what it means when I say snake, okay? And you can see the photo of the snake here right now. You don't want to actually take a big relaxed tongue, throw it out of your mouth for a long distance and leave it out there for a long, long time. The thing that you're required to do is to make only a very quick, very fast, sharp little movement. That's what I'm talking about, guys. It's very important to know this. And keep your tongue's tip very tense. And it darts out between your teeth and snaps back very quickly. Just like this, okay? Like thing, that, this. The tongue's position for the unvoiced TH is similar to that of S. But for TH, the tongue is extended through the teeth instead of hissing behind the back of the teeth. The voiced TH is like a D, except that the tongue is placed between the teeth or even pressed behind the teeth. Now I think we are ready to listen to this. Let's go.
Don't lose faith in me.
Don't lose faith in me. So which one is it? Can you possibly distinguish which one? I believe that you can kind of possibly understand what that is. That is the unvoiced TH here. So the word faith, we have TH in it, and that is the unvoiced TH that I already talked about. Okay? Don't lose faith in me. What does that mean? Well, when you say to somebody, don't lose faith in me, it's like saying, hey, I know things might be tough, but don't give up on me just yet. Please. Very simple. And it also is a casual way to ask somebody to keep believing in you and stay supportive. Like, I'm hoping you are getting what I'm talking about. Before talking about the next one, I gotta explain something to you which is very important. Well, actually, when we want to talk about actions or events that started in the past, continued for a while, and still haven't stopped, we use a very important tense in English, and that is present perfect continuous. Like saying, for example, hey, I've been doing this thing for a while now, and I'm still at it. So you usually try to spot it with phrases like have been and has been, plus a verb with an ing ending. That's very important. So it's all about things that have been happening over time and are still going strong. So in order to better understand that, the next sentence that you're going to hear is all about present perfect. So let's get familiar with present perfect and some pronunciational facts.
I know you've been waiting.
I know you've been waiting. I know you've been waiting. So something very important I want to talk about here. Now something, two or maybe three things I want to talk about. First of all, we have ing again in waiting. So we drop that G very simply because it's highly possible for us to drop that G. Okay, so we drop it and we go for I in ing because it is totally in an unstressed position. So we, very simply we change it into a schwa sound, a sound, okay, and we kind of pronounce it like waiting. What's happening here is that T is in between two vowel sounds, the first I and the second I. Because it is in between two vowel sounds, we change it into D because it is in a very weak kind of position. So definitely, whether you like it or not, it sounds like a soft D. So we say waitin', waitin'. Another important rule here is the W that we have at the beginning of the word waiting, because so many people mispronounce it. And the reason why is because a lot of the people, there is a sizable majority of people who don't know about the mechanics of the language. Right now, I'm going to tell you something about it, okay? When you want to pronounce W, I want you to make sure that you round your lips. Imagine you want to bite into an apple or you want to kiss somebody, okay? And make the sound like this. Wah. Wah, 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 wah. Okay, not v, v, because it's absolutely different from V, okay? But here we have W. Make sure that you round your lips, put them forward, okay? And just make the sound of wah, wah, wah here. So instead of saying waiting, we say waiting, waiting. Let's listen to that again.
I know you've been waiting.
So I know you've been waiting. And the rest part of it is,
I know you've been praying for my soul.
I know you've been praying for my soul. Again, here we have an ing form, praying. Okay, so we go for the same rule again. Ing, we change that I into a schwa, a sound like America, about, again. Okay, and we drop that G and we say praying, yen, yen. Okay, so I know you've been praying for my soul, but let me tell you a little bit about the meaning of that. So when we say you've been praying for my soul, is just basically a heartfelt thank you for somebody's concern and kindness for you. Okay, very simple. Hope.
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me.
Yeah, 30 years you've been dragging. So we have the sound here in dragon. When you want to say drag, say dra. Yeah, okay. You've been dragging. And we drop that G again instead of dragging. Okay, dragging. We say dragon, again. We change that I into a schwa again. So 30 years you've been dragging your feet. But here we don't say your feet, we say your. Imagine that we have, instead of in your, we have just E, and we say your feet. Okay, because we are not putting emphasis on that. So very simply we change it into a weak position and say your feet, telling me. Again, in telling me, we have ing, guys. We always encounter this, okay? And if you want to sound more natural, please try to make sure that you change that I into a schwa and you drop that G, okay? So 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me,
I'm the reason we're stagnant.
yeah, I'm the reason we're stagnant. So, but what does it mean, the word stagnant? Let's talk a little about the word stagnant. So the word stagnant means that something ain't moving forward, progressing, or changing. It's like being stuck in a rut or standing still. Very simply, you can think of a pool of water with no fresh flow coming in or out. It just sits there, getting murky or grows over time. So the word stagnant can apply to all kinds of things, from relationships to business or personal growth. No one likes feeling stagnant because it's just blah blah. Forget about it. Oh, I don't like it. So, but what was the sentence?
30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant.
Yeah, 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. Well, what does it mean when we say we are stagnant? So when you say to somebody you are stagnant, is a casual way of saying things weren't going anywhere. Everything was going cattywampus, or there was no progress or growth happening at this, at some point in the past.
30 years you've been claiming.
30 years you've been claiming. Again, ing. I'm not gonna talk about it, okay? So 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. So, saying that somebody has been claiming to be honest and promising a lot of progress for 30 years basically means they've been talking the talk but not walking the walk for a really long time. It's like, they've been saying they'll make things better and improve things or improve something, but never really follow through. Imagine telling, your friends that you're gonna start a new workout routine for months, but you never actually hit the gym. So that's kind of like promising progress without delivering. And 30 years is a seriously long time to do that.
Mean you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at?
Oh, but well, where is it at? Where is it at? Something about the word at here, because at is at the end, so you just say it a little bit stronger, okay? But where is it at? Where is it at? So, but what does it mean when we say where is it at? So, where is it at is basically just a casual way of asking somebody for the location of something, or trying to find out more about something that's going on. It's like, it's kind of like asking, what's the deal? So, where's the action? Or where is the progress? You might kind of use it if you're wondering what's happening with something that you're interested in, or if you want to know where an event or meeting is taking place. It's, a quick and easy way to ask for the scoop. So let's move on to the next, okay? Let's see what it is.
I don't want you to feel like a failure.
Yeah, I don't want you to feel like a failure. So there's something very important here, and that is the liaison he's making in this sentence, and that is want you, which becomes want you, want you. Why? Because we have T plus Y, and we make it into a liaison, and the liaison is sounding like ch, want you. I don't want you to feel like a failure. Let's listen to that again.
I don't want you to feel like a failure.
I don't want you to feel like a failure.
I know this hurts,
I know this hurts. I know this hurts. I know that.
but I gave you your chance to deliver.
Yeah, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Something absolutely important here, and that is the combination of but plus I, which becomes but I, or but both correct. You can say but okay? But I gave you, but I gave you, but I gave you, or but I gave you your chance to deliver. Here we have your again, so we change it into year because it's not, being emphasized. Okay, so we say, but I gave you your chance, year, instead of your. We say year, but I gave you your chance to deliver.
Now it's my turn.
Now it's my turn. It's my turn. Don't say it's my turn. Okay, it's my turn. You drop the jaw, okay, and say turn.
Don't get me wrong.
Don't get me wrong. Two important things here I want to explain. Don't becomes don't, get becomes get. Because you remember I told you, and I'm going to repeat again, when we have T at the end of a word, we change it into a held T, okay? So we just try to hold that. We don't say, something like, what was the word? Get, I think, yes. Don't get me wrong. But what does it mean when we say to somebody, don't get me wrong? It is just a way to make sure somebody doesn't misunderstand what you're saying. Okay, so especially when, or especially if you're about to say something that could be misinterpreted, and it is like putting up a sign that says, hey, I'm not trying to offend or be negative, but so you might use it before sharing an opinion that could be controversial, or before, offering constructive criticism. It's like a polite, disclaimer that says, I'm being real, but I'm not trying to be mean or anything. It's all about, clear communication and avoiding any sort of confusion or hurt feelings. Ooh, all right, everybody. I would like to now present a succinct overview of the most notable phrases we have acquired from the meaningful lyrics of the lovely song we have just analyzed. It's my hope that you grant me your undivided focus and utmost attention during this essential review process. It's going to be very important, guys. I'll be doing two things. Number one, I'll be telling you what they mean, and I'll be talking about the grammatical facts and points. Okay, so let's get it started. I'm on my way, coming, or I'm on my way. This sentence, to be honest with you, uses the present continuous tense to express an action that is currently happening. The subject I is followed by the auxiliary verb am and the present participle on my way. It means that I am in the process of traveling or heading towards a destination, as you remember, possibly. The second one was, don't lose faith in me. This sentence uses the imperative form to give a command or make a request. The auxiliary verb do is used with the negative particle not to create a negative imperative, followed by the main verb lose. The preposition in connects the verb phrase lose faith to the object pronoun me. And it means that the speaker is asking you or is asking somebody not to stop believing in them. The third one was, I am praying for my soul. This sentence uses the present continuous tense to express an action that is ongoing. The subject I is followed by the auxiliary verb am and the present participle praying. So the preposition for indicates here that the reason or purpose of the action, connecting the verb praying to the object my soul. And it means that you want to say that I am, for example, continuously engaging in prayer for my spiritual well-being. Number 4 was, if I'm not mistaken, the word is stagnant. This word is an adjective that describes something that is not moving or not developing or not changing. It can refer to a situation or circumstance or process or even a person's life that lacks progress or growth. The next one was, don't get me wrong. Yeah. Okay, so don't get me wrong, this sentence is great. So this uses the imperative form to express a request again and a command. And the auxiliary verb do is used with the negative particle not to create a negative imperative again, followed by the main verb get. The pronoun me serves as the direct object of the verb get. And the adjective wrong describes the speaker's desire not to be not to be misunderstood, and it means that the speaker wants to ensure their words are interpreted correctly, or let me put it to you this way, not taken the wrong way. Alrighty, folks, that's a wrap. Very simple. I hope y'all keep crushing it and find tons of success in whatever you do next. But I strongly suggest that you take the stuff we talked about and make it work for you, okay? Thanks a bunch for watching this and for staying with me, and the best of luck with everything.